Hi there. Fasten your seatbelts because we are about to take an exhilarating ride into a world of possibilities. Today's journey is all about exploring an opportunity ripe with potential, one that could redefine your life, your relationships, and your career. So sit back, relax, and let's get this show on the road. We're stepping into the shoes of Sarah, a working mom, a passionate teacher, and a devoted caregiver. She's a real life superhero, but alas, even superheroes have their Achilles heel. For Sarah, it's stress, an unwelcome intruder that's been gate crushing her life. It's like she's a master juggler at a circus, keeping multiple balls in the air, with stress being that flaming ball that's always threatening to singe your eyebrows. So, hey, I'm Lori, and I am your host, your narrator, and your holistic self stress management coach. And I've got 14 plus years of experience in helping people like Sarah regain control over their life. So, what if we could extinguish that flame that Sarah's been carrying around? What if Sarah, instead of spiraling into panic when her toddler spills the milk as she's running late for work? So that's that, you're running late, so you're already in like anxiety mode, and then the milk spills. Bing, you flip your lid. How do we calm down that lid so it doesn't totally flip out? So that's our first life skill that we're going to learn. It's very transformative and it's super easy. So join me in learning your first life skill. Could you just be and be and be and be and be? And notice how you're feeling. Is your body starting to relax some? And could you just be a little more? And be and be. And how we like to remember that is with the bee, the buzzing bee. So if you're good with holding pictures in your head, if you just remember to be a bee, that busy bee just bees. That's how bees can remain busy and calm at the same time. Okay, so next stop, stress is the villain of our story. It's about to meet its match in the form of emotional resistance, our superhero. Picture Sarah facing a daunting situation at work. But instead of being dragged down by stress, she focuses on the solution, not the problem. That's resilience, our second skill in action. So the problem is lacking control. So this daunting situation at work, and that could be, getting stressed out for any reason at all. It could be due to finances. It could be due to, somebody even cutting you off at work and it's still bothering you on the road when you get to work. It could be you think about something that maybe stressed you out today. That would be the problem. And it would be you wanting control over that problem. And so the solution would be having control. So would you like to experience what that feels like, what that looks like? And if you say yes, then please do follow along as I ask some specific questions. They may seem very, very simple, but don't let that underestimate the power of these questions, that how you can actually feel like you have control. Now, mind you, some situations we don't have control. We don't have control about, the credit card rates. the interest rates that are going crazy. We don't have control over the person that's cutting us off on the street, but we do have control over our feelings. And when we have control over that stress, over that panic, then we can get to a place of clear-mindedness and be able to make really good decisions and move forward in a much better way that serves you much, much better. So let's think about something that stressed you out today, or something over the past few days, or just something that's bothering you. Maybe even somebody that you know is diagnosed with something, or maybe you had a diagnosis and that's, upsetting you. And do your best to, feel that feeling, bring up that feeling. We're so used to stuffing down our feelings. But I would like you to bring up that feeling so you can feel it. So you can helping to bring up that feeling would be like bringing up the memory of it, and that can instill the feeling to help bring up that feeling. And do the best you can without wanting to push it away or do something with it or fix it or shove it back down. And just allow it to be there as best you can. Now, I'm gonna ask you the questions. I'm gonna say, could you let go of wanting control so you can have control? Now, when you want control, you don't have control. If you have control, you have no desire to want control. So that's what's happening. Anytime you want control, you don't have the control. So could you let go of wanting control so you can have control? And please do go along with these questions, answer them. You don't have to answer out loud. You can just answer in your head if that's, better suited for where you're at. But answer the question so you can have this experience. Give yourself the gift of this experience. Also, could you let go of wanting control so you can have control? Could you let go of wanting control so you can have control? So yeah, that's that brain that is, stressed out, boom, bing, you panicked from something. You found out something and it totally hit the trigger button of panic. Your brain flips, you're flipping your lid. So we're going to calm it by giving yourself control. You're going to discover how you can have control over your brain. It's very interesting. The chemical process, when we are hit with something that actually creates anxiety or major stress in our body, the chemical process lasts 90 seconds. 90 seconds. But why do we hold on to things? Why do we still feel them longer than 90 seconds? So if you notice a child playing when they're like 2, 3 years old, they'll fall, they'll split their lip open, whatever. It's about 90 seconds and they're fine again, running around. They're not holding on to the feelings. And we have trained our brains to hold on to things and stuff things down so we're not releasing them. So this is releasing them. Okay, so maybe that brings more clarity. So could you let go of wanting control so you can have control? And say yes or no, it doesn't matter. You can say either one. And could you let go of wanting control so you can have control? And now, which feels better, having control or wanting control? So notice that feeling, having, wanting. Having feels better, right? So could you let go of wanting control so you can have control? And could you let go of wanting control so you can have control? Now, does it feel like you have a little bit of control right now? Now, if it doesn't, you can go through those questions again, and I'll go through them really quick again right now. So could you let go of wanting control so you can have control? Yes or no? Could you let go of wanting control so you can have control? Yes or no? Now, which feels better, having control or wanting control? I hope you say have control. Sometimes our brains will say want because it's just something we're so used to doing is wanting, but having feels much better. So could you let go of wanting control so you can have control? Now, does it feel like you have a little bit of control? So could you, if so, could you have a little bit more control? And notice how that feels. And now could you have a little bit more control? And if you're watching this as a recording, then, and you don't feel like you have any control at all, then go through those questions again until it does. So could you have a little bit more control, just a tad? Don't give yourself too much. And could you have a little bit more control? And just a little bit more control. And notice how that feels. Is your head getting quiet? Thoughts quieting down? Feeling calm? The mind getting clearer? When your mind gets calm and quieter and clear, then you can make really good decisions and not waste time. So could you have even more control? Yeah, and I neglected to say, you could do this with your eyes open or with your eyes closed, whichever one is most comfortable for you. When you close your eyes, then it keeps you focused more on the process, and so if there's anything distracting going around you, then it will eliminate that distraction. But either way, it works. So could you have even more control? And even more control. And notice the quiet. Notice maybe the lightness you might even be feeling. And notice who's giving you control. That's your hidden strength. You. So presto, just like that. No more cloudy with 100% chance of anxiety balls that Sarah would still be juggling if she didn't develop these resilient muscles. And now for the grand finale. Picture Sarah caught in a heated disagreement with her teenager, or an elderly parent, or her boss, or anybody. Instead of erupting like a volcano, she uses emotional regulation, our third skill, to express her feelings calmly and resolve the conflict peacefully, with her teenager feeling like she matters and is understood. It's like she's discovered the secret remote control to her stress TV, and she can simply hit mute when the drama gets too loud. And that, my friends, marks the end of our exciting journey today. Remember, this isn't some fairy tale. This transformation is real. It's tangible and it's within your reach. So what's up next? I've got something special lined up. In the coming days, I'll be introducing you an opportunity to these emotional resilience techniques through an online course designed to help you regain control over your emotions, manage stress effectively, and stop feeling like a puppet that's stuck on strings being yanked around. It's actually crazy how much time gets lost within all that stress when you're not able to manage it. So for now, just soak in this vision of a harmonious, stress-free life. Soak in that having control feeling. Remember, every transformation begins with one single step. So let's take that step together with one belly laugh at a time. Thank you so much for being on this journey.